end the evening on behalf of the Balipara Foundation, and maybe invite all of them for your next big event coming up. I'm sure they're going to come out in big numbers. Ranjita, the mic is yours.
I think dinner is served and there are cocktails before that, but I don't want to come in between that. I'd really like to thank Sunita and all the people on stage, all the performers, great artists, but I wouldn't be doing my duty if I didn't really talk about Venda, Kalpana and Lalita ji, because they were really the inspiration behind this. So when they came to us, I said it really, this is not our kind of thing. But they said, you talk about connectivity and the connectivity of the Northeast to India. I have two personal passions supported by my wife, and that is really what I've been promoting over the years with a lot of help from people in the audience. That is connectivity of the hearts and people-to-people connectivity, and that's what really sold me to this. And really, if there was one ambassador of Assam connecting India and the world, it was Bhupen. I think supported by all of you, it's been really, really a fantastic journey. The 3 points that really come out on Bhupen's lyrics, and I can see Kalpana's admiration, and so also the Lalita's, is that one is he democratized poetry. And with the democratization of poetry, what he really did was he helped to convert it into an idiom which touched the hearts. Poetry doesn't always touch the hearts, and that he did with his song. And I think really this democratization meant that people rich and poor all enjoyed the poetry and the songs. 2, he was available to everybody, and one of his campaigns, being from ITPA with Balraj Sahni and people like that, in those days when he came back from America, having done his doctorate in Columbia, he came back and gave up everything actually for this promotion of idealism maybe, but reality today, of what I would call rural futures. And really his rural futures mantra and song was, how do we actually go and sing there? So Bhupen's maximum songs have not been in cities or towns, it's been in rural villages where they went, like the minstrel and the bard, who went along there and actually promoted it. I think rural futures he pointed out for food security, water, and most of his songs therefore were around nature. That leads me on to the last bit. I think one of the things about Bhupen was, a few years younger than my father, but very close neighbors of my mother's family, was that he really was a person who promoted nature to the ultimate. And I think today's show, we tried, it's always difficult to do a show in Bombay, in India, in a 5-star hotel, let's put it that way. If you do it anywhere else, it's also difficult to get people. Then, when we were doing the show, we did get a lot of support from IndusInd Bank, and I'm really grateful to them because they were almost solely and wholly supported the show. Really, thank you. My constant friends and Bhupen's doctors who are also here, who helped him through many crises situations, Dr. Vaya. There were other doctors who also were in the process. They've also come to the show. Many people from industry here, leaders of industry who've actually put their arms around the Northeast. Mr. Krishna Kumar, Mr. Ramadurai, the Tata Group actually have been always very supportive and loving for the Northeast and promoting this whole idea of cultural and physical connectivity between this. And what better ecosystem can you get other than the real ecosystem, which is ecology and rivers and water and land and trees and biodiversity. That's our place, and that's really what we want. So thank you very much for attending. Sorry it got a little late, but it was very difficult to cut out people who have actually put in so much effort to make the program. We had actually budgeted for 1.5 hours, but it just overshot. So difficult with all leaders of our cultural and heritage, our movies, script writers, leaders of the advertising industry, and everybody that really sort of made this evening. Thank you all for coming. Good luck and good wishes till we meet again. Thank you.
Thank you, Ranjita. Before we can switch on Bhupen's iconic song, would like to also say thanks to 2 people who like to request them to come on stage. Rupa Barua, who was there in the initial part of the journey to help us translate the beautiful songs, that you can see in the book as well as on these sketches here. And Debashish Sharma from the Assam Association and the Resident Commissioner. Would you please come on stage very quickly, and before we can all together sing.
We've got a very nice democratic song, and which Bhupen used to sing. It was actually, he took it from the Mississippi and then did it here. It's called a song which really unifies everybody, and it's about today's world, really. He said, we are all on a boat, brother. If you tip one end, you rock the other. We're all on the boat, brother. So this is a song we want to play for all of you. And Jahano, I think, is one of the bigger promoters of Assamese music. Great Laurel, fantastic supporter of India and Assam's unification through his movies. He's done such great work. I cannot sort of thank him enough for what he does.
So we are on the same boat, brother?